So now that we have the synopsis written down, there's a few things we need to do. And first we're just going to proofread it, make sure it's copied exactly how we want it to be. And then we're going to highlight the whole entire thing. And we're going to click this left align. If you follow my arrow, it should be over there with me now. This left align, it's already uncentered. We're going to click left. And the whole thing's aligned to the left. And then now we're going to need to go to the very top. Make sure it's still in the text box. Go to the very top. And you can't click tab, so we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. Something like that, okay? So that it's tabbed over as if it would start a new paragraph. And then we can use this circle on the right in the very middle to basically how many rows we want it to take up. As you know, it needs to not be overflowing on the overlapping on the side. It needs to be inside. So basically I'm just going to go over as much as I can so that no words are on the outside, which it looks like that right there. Highlight, and it kind of looks like it's all messed up over there, so we're just going to move it even more until it looks like it's pretty well fed. And it looks like that's the best we're going to get it. That's fine. Now we need to see how it is on the whole entire paper. We're going to move it over so that it leaves half a space over here. And then on the other side, it varies. And then we need 2 pictures at the very bottom. Oh, and by the way, at the top, let's just leave, say, half space. So 2 pictures at the bottom. We're going to go over here to images from my computer. And then for you, since you already used the grist mill for the cover, I'd say use a picture of the Jerusalem Mill sign and maybe the blacksmith shop or the falls or whatever you think would go great. You have the power to choose in that situation. And in this case, we're going to choose this stack of books over here. Looks pretty cool. We're going to open that up. Once it gets downloaded, we're going to move it. And before we resize that, we're going to get our other picture in. Go click back from my computer. Look at all that. And I like this right here. It says the Ghost of the Hardy Boys. That has a big portion in the documentary about that. And we're going to move that over here. And as you can see, this makes a good point that when I asked for another picture from my computer, this picture that was previously, let me go undo. This picture was highlighted so that when I clicked from my computer and got a new picture, it picked up with this picture. So what you want to make sure you do is once you have that picture down, click outside so it's not highlighted. Images from my computer. Look, scroll down, goes to the Hardy Boys, open, boom. Starts a new picture. And now, since we have both pictures, we can enlarge it a little bit. That size right there looks good. We're going to move that so it looks just about roughly the same size. Yeah, roughly. Which that looks roughly the same size. And now we are going to click on the picture, see where it is. That is the half right there. And it still goes up closer to the top. And in this case, it looks like the pictures are big enough, but it's not giving much room between that and the synopsis. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to highlight the synopsis. It's a font size of 24. We're going to move it down to a 20. Let's go with that. Out click. That looks like it's still pretty good. A half block over here, and then on the other side is the other side. And it looks like now the pictures would be a little too big. So now let's try 22. Out click. And 22 looks pretty good. So we're going to drag it up a little, make it a little bit bigger. And we're going to take the picture on the right, we're going to put it right there so it leaves about half space from the bottom. Half space from the right side. And goes up 1 block, 2 block and a half. And then we're going to move this picture so it's roughly the same size. And there you have it. And now we can go to view options. It says show grid will not print. We can take the grid off, just see how it looks. And we have, that's the front cover. In your case for Jerusalem Mill it will be different. That's the spine. That's the back. And that looks pretty good, I'd say. And basically what I failed to tell you earlier was the cover of this documentary. The reason why we're creating a cover design is not because we're selling it to not so that we're having it created so that Jerusalem Mill sells it for profit. That's the biggest thing I have to stress. We're not doing that. And what I have to stress is we're also not trying to make it perfect. Basically what we're just trying to do is to make it look presentable and create a cover design and a DVD label design so it's preserved and well kept. That's basically the only thing we're trying to do. We're not trying to make it look like a DVD that just came out from the theaters with the DVD label and the DVD cover. We're never going to get there because we're not a commercial printing service or whatnot. It's for an Eagle Scout project. So, like I said, if we look at that, it looks pretty presentable. Looks like it will be preserved pretty well. And that's what we have. So now, what we need to do is we need to take the arrow, bring it up to the top, and click Save. Once it comes up, it's going to say project name, Avery insert, or whatever. And we're going to save that to, in this case, let me just be 100% sure. That is not the final DVD case cover. It's just a rough draft. And we will save it as DVD case cover rough draft and then a number 1. So we're going to project name, DVD case cover rough draft. And then since in this case we're just saying, for example, we are the first group, we're going to put a 1. If the group editing the documentary onto the software isn't done yet and we want to design another cover to another idea we had, we would write it 2. And then as we switch, in this case, if you're the second group, then I will tell you ahead of time you're going to write a 3 on it. Okay? It's just that simple. So it says save it to my Avery Online account or my computer. We're going to save it to my Avery Online